You guys all right? What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm getting ready to head out of town, and it's been long overdue to do a quick garden update, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm a little nervous. I let the chickens out all yesterday and a little bit of this morning too. I'm kind of scared to see what they may have done to the garden, but let's check that out together. All right, so real fast, this video is coming soon, about probably by the beginning of next week. I got my compost tea right here, kind of brewing, so let me go ahead and give you a quick sneak peek. Got my brew going on. That's basically just a lot of bacteria and fungus I'm trying to grow as a probiotic drink for the garden. Let's go ahead and come on back here to the normal starting position. Got to mow my grass again. All right, let's see here. The kale back here is really doing good. I mean, we got some that are really getting ready to take. So on the next once the chicken manure that I kind of skimmed off the top is ready, I'm going to definitely be kind of filling up this area and making this area more bacteria dominated, and that's really good for your annual greens. And so everything's kind of growing here. Hobbs hasn't quite woken up yet. Actually, looks like the Hobbs might be coming out there. So we'll see what's going on there. Looks like we got some growth going on, so that appears to be happening. These are going good. Not too great on the peas, but we got a little harvest of them. Not going to be that much, but let's go ahead and come on around here. Looks like the broccoli is coming through. Got one, two, I think that, got some others back there that appear to be bolting already, like right there and also right here. I'm not sure if those are then going to turn into separate stalks similar to those. And you can see you kind of got some of these here, so I'm not sure if these stalks are going to turn into something or if it's just going to bolt. If it bolts and goes right to seed, actually that appears exactly as what's happening here. If it just goes right to seed, I'm just going to let it go ahead and self-seed into the ground. So for the next season when it comes around, they'll have seeds all up in here and I'll be able to self-seed again. All right, went a little too crazy on the ash right here, but that's coming up. Let's go ahead and go by here. I'm just kind of highlighting some of the things that are what we planted. Looks like that's kind of coming up. I don't remember what that is, to be honest. Few things coming up here. Let's go ahead and come on around. Some of the things that I wanted to show you is we are already, let me see here, coming over here to the peach variety. You can see here, we are already starting to get some growth, and this tree is starting to wake up. As a matter of fact, even more so, you can see the growth coming in right there. So that's on the peach side. I'm looking up at the plum side. Plum side doesn't seem to be quite waking up yet, but let's come on around. Whoa, hold on a second. All right, science experiment might be going on something here. We may have just... All right, so I showed you guys this tree, and it did not have all this growth until I put this mulch down. So now I'm really starting to lean towards the fact that the mulch is what did it. So I'll be honest, the chickens kind of destroyed all this area and was digging it up. I'm going to have to go ahead and bring this back, but I'm already starting to see good growth here. So I'm thinking the reason why these haven't been taken is because they've been just barely surviving because I haven't been giving them the water they needed without the mulch. But with the mulch, the water I'm giving it appears to be sufficient. I'm even starting to get some growth right here, some small growth right there. Hopefully it zooms in and focuses a little bit. Hopefully you got that. But I am starting to see little growth on this too. So that's actually pretty cool. Here on the peach tree, just still, this is the full-size peach tree, starting to get, growth and some greenery coming out there. So that's pretty exciting. The tree's starting to wake up. And on the lime tree here, let me see if I can find one real fast. We got so much water. Yeah, I found one. I'm going to go ahead and try to zoom in on one. So let's go to this 1X. Right there, got it. You can see the yellow lime right there. Kind of looks like a lemon. You see how it's split? I got so much water, a lot of the limes on here are starting to split. Let's go back to wide. But I am getting lots of little limes. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but maybe the mulch here will also help make the limes a little bit bigger. I'm not seeing anything growing on the fig tree yet, and it's not quite come out of hibernation quite yet. Avocado Tree. It's looking good. I mean, these leaves look, actually it looks like by the tip of these leaves here, it might be getting ready for another growth spurt. Yep, sure enough, you can see the growth coming in right there. And we'll get one that's a little bit more in the sun. You can see the growth kind of there. So it definitely looks like it's coming in for another growth spurt in preparation for springtime. But I got that all mounted up correctly and staked up properly. Big Bertha here, you know, if anything, is probably in a little bit of shock, to be honest with you. I cut quite a bit, but it's going through its sort of dormant phase. It won't necessarily lose all of its leaves, but it will, as you can see it kind of here on the ground, it will shed quite a bit and then start to regrow for the following season. Pomegranate tree, already starting to come back. And we just got some really good growth around here, still going. We need to start chomping a little bit faster on the arugula before it bolts on us. Ashwagandha bush producing. I mean, it's steady growing, and it's just in a good state. Let me just point out real fast here. This is my elderberry tree, and it kind of goes like this and then bends down, and on that bend it got this basically like fanning out, and where it's fanning out, I mean, these are some pretty thick branches here, so I'm hoping to see this thing goes to berry here pretty soon so we can just eat that straight up. Hey girls, as you can see, I threw down some new bedding for the chickens, and they thanked me by throwing all my mulch all here into the grass, so that's gonna have to be thrown up. Oh, and man, it looks like maybe the wind here kind of bent this leaf and it's broken, so that one's gonna go. But until then, I mean, it was getting a little wide, so it probably just needs to grow a little taller before it starts widening out. But wow, check out this navel orange tree. Man, mulch is just the way to go with this thing to make sure it's getting the water it needs. It's just really doing it. And let's see here, the mango tree. Mango trees, it's been kind of like this for a little bit. It is growing. And it's a little bit bigger, that little mound, but haven't really seen it kind of grow up yet. It's kind of just been slowly proceeding from that point. And then we'll just come around here to my son's playground area. The roses are starting to come into bloom along with the other arugula and leafy greens. Oh, this is already starting to bolt. So if we let that go ahead and bolt, it'll go ahead and self-seed again next year. And same with this section over here. And then, yeah, I mean, this is just all leafy greens that just came up because we just go ahead and let it go to seed, and it just self-seeds over here. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and just wrap up this quick update. The grapevine is not yet waking up yet either. I didn't show you that, but no necessarily to show you no progress. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and keep you updated. And the next sort of garden update will be is when I go ahead and open up the compost tea and start watering and show you guys how I do that. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.